vidIQ.
vidIQ.
vidIQ.com.
Hello everybody and welcome to another vidIQ training session. My name is Liron Segev. I am the Director of Customer Success here at vidIQ, and my job is to make sure that you guys are able to level up your channel and really take your YouTube channel to that next level. So thank you very much for joining us on yet another live training session. Now, I will say one thing, it is live, it's not pre-recorded. And the reason we do that so that we can answer your questions. We've got people manning the chat. We've got Rob on the chat. So if you've got any questions that you need to know about your channel, make sure that you drop them in that chat and Rob will be able to answer it. We even send you links to video clips. It's going to be awesome. So today's session, what is it all about? It's all about understanding how to use the tools to really level up your game. And I'm going to go through absolutely everything you need to know to get you going. And the reason we do this is because a lot of us at vidIQ are actually content creators ourselves. In other words, we run our own channels. And we do that, and it's very important for us to do that so we understand the plight that you go through, because we're going through exactly the same thing. We know what it's like to spend hours and hours doing those videos, putting them online, and then kind of hoping for the best and hoping things actually come through. Well, we know that. So we have created tools that are going to really help you understand your audience, understand your content, and re-understand the YouTube space. So that is kind of where we're coming in from today. I just want to make sure everything is fine. We had audio issues last time. Now, I will say one thing. The YouTube is currently going through a bit of a issue, should we say. Yeah, they're being a little bit weirder than normal. And what's happening is some of the analytics that are coming through are actually not arriving through correctly. There's been some reported outages since last night across YouTube's and Google's entire platforms and infrastructure. So this is what it is. It's the nature of the beast. It's the nature of YouTube that we all love, and we just have to roll with the punches. So it is live. We don't pre-record it because things are happening today that wouldn't have happened last week, and they're not going to happen next week. So I want to be able to answer your questions, and we want to be able to take you through the tools so that you understand how to actually go ahead and conquer this YouTube world of ours. So if everybody is ready to go, I think I'm just going to quick check on the chat, make sure audio is fine. If somebody can give me a thumbs up about audio and about kind of video, if it's all streaming cool, then we know we pretty much ready to rock and roll. So let's just double check that. By the way, I probably will hit a couple of wrong buttons. Just bear with me. So that all seems fine. The chat looks okay. People are chatting, people are talking. Okay, brilliant stuff. Let's rock and roll. Okay, so where do we begin? Well, we're going to begin. Essentially, we're going to begin where we all should begin. Let me ask you this question. If you're going to go right now and you're going to go through to your kitchen and you're going to open your cupboards, you're going to grab a whole bunch of ingredients, stick them into a bowl and shake them all up, what are the odds of chocolate cake coming out of that? Is it fair to say slim to none? And yet, that is the same approach that a lot of us have to YouTube. What do? We go out and we film a video, we come back, we edit, we put a cool title, we upload, and we go, I hope this becomes chocolate cake. Well, it doesn't really work that way. If there's one thing you're going to take away from this session, and that has to be that you've got to change your mindset. YouTube has to be done with the 3 Ds in mind. So I teach it that YouTube is made up of D for discovery. Once people have discovered you, that you have to deliver. The second D, you got to deliver that content so that they want to keep watching, they want to subscribe, you're going to get those views. And the third D is distribution. People that have subscribed to you, have watched you, are going to share your content. Those are the 3 Ds. The problem that most of us face is that we lose it on the first D. Amazing content lives out there in YouTube world, but if people are not able to find you, you're not able to discover you, well, that content is pointless. So today I'm going to focus on that first D. I'm going to show you how to get discovered. I'm going to show you the tools to use. I'm going to show you how to use vidIQ to really get into that YouTube algorithm and really kind of play that YouTube game. So if everybody's ready to go, I'm going to push a button. Hopefully this works. Let's just make sure. Yeah, that seems to be pretty cool. So let's start at the beginning. So as I said, before you pick up your camera, the first thing is all about discoverability. And how do you do that? You first have to understand what people are searching for. Remember, YouTube is the world's second largest search engine. What does that mean? It means people go to YouTube to ask questions, and that's where they do their searches. That is where they want to land up on your video. Your biggest mission in life on YouTube is to marry search with your video content. Once you marry the two worlds together, well, then everything kind of takes it from there. So let's start at the beginning. Let's start at the research phase. This is where lots and lots of people get this wrong. I personally deal with lots of YouTubers just like you who have got maybe 3 subscribers, and then an hour later I'll speak to someone with 9.8 million subscribers. And the difference between the two kind of extremes is it's all about understanding the search intent of YouTube. And I'm going to show you how to take care of that. So let's go into our YouTube. We're going to make a video about chocolate cake. Why? Because we started with chocolate cake, so why not? So the first thing I want to do is I want to do my research. So I put my main keyword into that search box, and YouTube is going to serve me up a whole bunch of videos. What am I looking for? A couple of things. The first thing I'm looking for is on the right-hand side. I want to understand here, I want to understand the search volume. In other words, how many people actually care about this topic called chocolate cake? Is it one person or is it lots? Once I know these lots and lots of search volume, essentially what that means is that there's lots of people looking for this content. Great, thumbs up, so far we're good. The second thing I want to look at is one underneath. It's called the competition score. See this one here? And what I'm looking for to see how high the competition is. Why do I care about the competition? Well, if a lot of people are searching for that content, that's great. But if a lot of people are also delivering content, in other words, the market is already really served by to this audience, I might have a problem using that keyword chocolate cake. I'm going to struggle being ranked. I'm going to struggle to be visible. I'm going to struggle to get discovered because I cannot use that keyword alone. There's so much competition. So ideally, we're looking for something in the green, lots of search volume, and something in the green on the competition score. And if you can marry those two worlds up, that is the best place to be. Lots of search volume, not that much competition, which means you have a great opportunity to go and dominate that industry. So the keyword score is the first thing I look at before I pick up my camera. Do I want to make a video about chocolate cake? Well, based on this, saying search volume very high, competition very high, probably not. In fact, if I look and I see here, the highest views video is got 14 million views. So for me to compete against these kind of people, it's probably not going to happen. So is it all lost? Absolutely not. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the next, excuse me, I'm going to show you the next trick. What we do is we go to our search box. Now we've got here chocolate cake. Now we're going to use YouTube's own algorithm against it, so to speak. We're going to get YouTube's autocomplete. And this is when we do the alphabet walkthrough. Here's what I mean. Space A, space B, C, D, E. What am I doing? I am using YouTube's own autocomplete to understand what YouTube is going to recommend to people who have searched on this keyword. In other words, so many people have looked for the title chocolate cake easy recipe that when the next person is going to go typing chocolate cake, as you press the E for easy, it already auto completes it. Now, that is beautiful. What does that mean? If I was making a video about chocolate cake, well, chocolate cake easy recipe is going to be a great title for me to start using. It's a great keyword. There's so many people searching for that I am going to have a much better opportunity to be ranked versus my original title with what? Chocolate cake. Or look what I made. Okay. So research. So tip number 1, go look at your search volume versus your competitor volume. Tip number 2, do the alphabet walkthrough. So if I type, there we go. Chocolate cake for beginners. Great title. Now, what does that mean for you as a content creator? Well, it means you can be more focused before you pick up your camera. So, in other words, let's just say you were going to make a video about this chocolate cake. Now, you could have done lots of things. You could have made it from scratch for beginners in a microwave. But if you didn't know this before, you might have gone through an entire different process or entire different path, which maybe people are not looking for. People weren't looking to, 7 steps to make a chocolate cake or the most complicated chocolate cake ever known to mankind. People are not looking for that. They're looking for chocolate cake for beginners. Now that focuses your attention, now that focuses the way that you approach things, it focuses really your video production. We've seen lots of people at events running around vlogging the entire event with their camera. They go home, they got 9 hours of footage. Now what? But if you did your research beforehand and you'd known that this is your mission is to pick up 5 YouTube tips at the next video conference, then you shoot 5 tips and you're done. As opposed to, let me shoot everything and then go home and kind of work out what I want to do. So, research, research, research. Okay, so we've done the research here, but don't forget, let's just show, I have a tech channel, so I'm going to use that as an example. So here we got something like Windows 10, right? The operating system. Look at this, straight away. The first thing I look at, the search volume. Search volume, very high. Lots of people are looking. Competition score, oh, it's already starting to come down towards its 63. It's kind of in the orangey. Okay, that's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm going to do my trick. But instead of doing A, B, C, as you can see, all these amazing titles come up. Don't forget to go to the beginning. What are you going to type? What? Where? When? Spelled right. How? Why? Remember, YouTube is a search engine. People are searching for questions to their problems they're having. How do I unblock my toilet? How do I make chocolate cake? How do I uninstall Windows? Things like that. What's the latest best phone? You remember to use those search words when you're doing your autocomplete. That is really going to change the way you approach your title. So, we've got that. Let's move on. Next thing is, here's a video. This is now my competition. Remember, I'm still studying. I haven't picked up my camera yet. Let's just pause this ad. What am I looking for here? I'm first going to head into the right-hand side. And the one thing that people forget about is this little graph called historical. Click on that. I want to see that the graph is going up. I want to see that there's still a demand for something today. See, at vidIQ, we believe very strongly in something called VPH, views per hour. In other words, a video could have 1 million views. Well, did that take a day, a month, a year? You just don't have any idea. So is it still relevant today? Maybe not. If you go look up the iPhone 4, at its time, it must have had amazing search volume. Is it still relevant today? Well, not really. So your views per hour on those videos are going to be really, really low. But the total number of views, that must have been exceptionally high at its time. So VPH is very important, views per hour. And this graph says to you, look, there's still volume today. People are still excited about this topic. So always go look at your competitors, look at the historical and understand, is there still demand for that? We're moving along. We're going to try to understand how long is the video. Remember, research. We're in the D for discoverability. We want to be able to rank. We want to understand this. What is going on with them? Did they use any Reddit? Did they use anything external like social media? Have they got end screens? What's their count? What's their description count? What's their channel size? What are their video tags like? Now, before we go any further, there is a big misunderstanding about video tags no longer being relevant. I'm sure you've heard this everywhere. There's a misunderstanding, misconception. Don't use the word video tags, rather replace it in your mind with keywords. Now, keywords absolutely matter. In the olden days of YouTube, you just had to master video tags. And if you did that, you could fool the algorithm, it wasn't that sophisticated, and really rank well. Those days are long gone. So video tags by themselves have less of an importance, but video tags, which are keywords, together with keywords in your description, together with the most important line being your title, all of them combined together absolutely matter. YouTube is a search engine. It needs to understand what your video is about. The way we look at it, wherever you can feed the beast, wherever you can tell YouTube, look, this is the information you need to know, the better. So make sure that you don't ignore tags because somebody read online somewhere that somebody said it no longer matters. Yes, together you need to understand keywords absolutely matter to the database, to YouTube. So we're going to carry on looking down this. I can see information about the channel. I'm interested to understand what their video tags are like. So, and we'll get onto video tags shortly as well. Okay, so now I have an idea of what is my competitors doing. I'll also go one step back. And the quick thing that I want to kind of quick additional tip, have a look down the line and see what are their thumbnails like. What are they doing that is, let's go back to our chocolate cake one, a little bit more appetizing. Let's go through lists and see, look, what is their thumbnail like? Have they got people in there? Have they got the food in there? Have they got emotion in there? Are they using lots of colors, not that much color? I want to understand. I want to understand me compared to my competitors. Because remember, we haven't filmed the video yet. This is going to save you hours and hours of headache and total nightmare and being disappointed when you launch something and it doesn't rank just by doing this research. So I now understand this kind of this atmosphere. I understand what my competitors are like. I understand what my search volume is like. I also like to pay close attention to this. This is called the related queries tag. Basically, this is saying, look, this is the keyword, but these are the universe of keys around it. Let's go check that out. And these are the top keyword searches that are here. So now I have an idea of what's my world like. Am I still going to make this video? I now know what to title it. I know what to call it. So now I'm pretty much ready to go shoot my video and then start doing the second phase, which is the action, which is now how do I label it? So let's get on to that next. Okay, so here's one of our videos. We have shot it, we have edited. Rob's done a phenomenal job as usual, and he really wants to rank this video. What does that mean? So the most important line is this line. It is your title line. That has to have done your research and you have married that up into a great title line. But look at this, how to start a YouTube channel in 2019. Rob's very first line in the description is how to start and grow a YouTube channel 2019. And if you look down here, look at the keywords, how to start a YouTube channel. All of it related to the same thing. It's the triple down approach. Video tags, description, and your title all have very, very, very strong keywords so that Rob is telling YouTube, hey YouTube, this is what this video is about. I need you to understand when somebody's searching for that, this is what you need to deliver. Notice how Rob uses lots of long tail keywords, big phrases. That is the mindset of somebody searching. When you're sitting at your computer, what are you searching for when you want to grow your YouTube channel? You're not just searching YouTube, enter. You're searching YouTube growth, how to grow my YouTube channel, and bang, that's the phrase that Rob has got into. So really good job, and this is how they all tie in together. Now, let's click on one of the keywords, and let's see what YouTube is going to do for us today. Okay, there we go. Just going to bring up the screen. Right, YouTube has now said, okay, well, vidIQ has taken the key phrases and now has given you the related keywords. What's happening around this universe of keywords? So this is how to start a YouTube, and these are all the related keywords around that which are possibly going to help you get more attention. And all you got to do is simply click on the little add button, little plus button, and then get that into your video tags. Now, I want to look at something else here. Look at this interest over tab. Look how flat it was, but look at that spike. What does that mean? It means that people are now actively searching. So I look at something like the last 30 days. What is the trend like? Let's look at the last year. What's happening in the last year? Is it increasing or is it decreasing? All of these are going to give you great ideas about your keywords. Are you going to make this video? How are you going to title this video? You want to make sure you're hitting something on the up, not when it's kind of faded away and died a miserable death. As an example, if we put in something like Valentine's Day, I think I spelled that right, but okay, so let's go up. So Valentine's Day, you can see Valentine's Day, Valentine's without an apostrophe, with an apostrophe, boyfriend, girlfriend, couple, Valentine's idea. Look how it's picking up all very, very cool keywords that are related to that topic. Now, what we want to do is we want to say, well, let's look at the trend for the last 30 days. eh, pretty much died down. Would I make a Valentine's Day video today? Yeah, probably not. Why? Well, look at the trends. Valentine's Day is done. It's finished. It's over. But what I want to show you is let's look at all times. Now, let's see what the graph is going to show us. Oh, look at this. Every single year, no surprise, Valentine's Day pop once a year. What does that mean for me? It means that if I haven't already put my content schedule together for next year, I'm absolutely going to make a Valentine's Day video. I'm going to make sure that I do it in February. I'm going to make sure that I hit the upswing when it comes closer to that time so that I can hit those tentpole events. And you know what will happen? Is that every year people are going to search for Valentine's Day. And if you've titled yours well and you've updated it and you've put in 2019 and next year's 2020 and it's a cool title with a cool thumbnails, odds are pretty good that you're going to ride some of those trends because you've got the history and you've got the search and you've married the two together. So pretty cool to be able to understand what's relevant today, what's not relevant, also very important to understand, and what is going to be those tentpole events that are going to be coming again and again and again. Easter, Christmas, New Year's, Valentine's Day, all those kind of big holidays which are international, those are going to pop. And of course, in your local country, remember, you have to localize this for your environment. If your audience is coming from your respective country and you've got something specific happening on a specific day, absolutely run those through the system and understand are those tentpole events happening every year, or is this just a once-off thing? So very, very important. Let's just go back to that video again. Another cool thing, I love this. This is superb. This is the best time to publish. And it says to me, well, I don't want to see overall. Today is Wednesday. Let's go look at Wednesday. Okay, Wednesday says best time is between 9 and 11 a.m. And I'm going to say, oh, okay, but look at this. 6 a.m. is popping just beforehand. So you know what I'm going to do is maybe I'll launch my video at 7:30, 8 o'clock to ride those uptrends and maybe get as much eyeballs and as much attention as I can possibly get on this video. Love this best time to post. Absolutely pay attention to that. That's a superb tool, if I may say so. As you scroll further down, you're going to see something called a checklist. And in this checklist is going to say, look, you didn't have an end screen. We forgot to put it in. Well, we don't monetize our channel, but we haven't put a closed caption. Everything else is fine. So again, it's just a good way for you to know I've done everything I can to give my video the best chance to out there. So one more thing, a couple of more things, scroll further down, recommended tags. Remember, this is how to grow your YouTube channel, and this is going to give me a whole bunch of additional recommended tags so that I could look at. But this is also pretty cool, videos to gain views from. Now, remember, think of your own search patterns. If you're going to buy the new Galaxy phone, you're not going to watch one video about that. You're going to watch 2, 3, 4, 5 videos so that you have a real understanding before you buy. Well, YouTube knows that. YouTube knows that we don't watch one and make a buying decision, or watch one and then it's done. We normally like to watch a bunch. So what YouTube does, it says, okay, if you watch this video, you might also like this video and this video and this video. So what we've done here is we've said, hey YouTube, videos to gain views from. In other words, these people have spoken about a similar topic. If we use similar kind of tags, we're saying to YouTube, can you force a relationship between their video and ours? Now, there's no hard and fast rule. With YouTube, they're a law unto themselves. So it's not a, if you do this, it's guaranteed to get you views. It's not that, because the way the algorithm works, the way signals work, YouTube, this is just one of many signals for your audience. But for us, it gives you a good opportunity to say, okay, those videos are great. People have watched that content. You've got a good channel. Let me see if I can link those two together. So always keep your eye on videos to gain views from and see whether, oh, we didn't use that tag, click. Before we move on this final thing, it's, remember, if your video is not about PewDiePie, don't put PewDiePie in your tags and your descriptions and your title. All that's going to happen is people are going to think it is, they're going to find you, get excited, but then you're not able to deliver, the second D. And what's going to do? People are going to see that video and then leave immediately. Give you a thumbs down and then leave. What signal is that sending to YouTube? This was a very clickbait title, therefore YouTube is never going to promote that video. So make sure that whatever tags you're using, whatever description you're using, whatever title you're using, does indeed accurately represent your video, giving you the most opportunity for you to help yourself help with YouTube. So hopefully that was clear. And I'm just going to go further up, make sure I didn't miss this. Best time to publish. Keep your eye on that. That's going to be hot. And let's move on to a couple of other features on the side here. So competitors, love this feature. Now, competitors, essentially what they are think of it this way as other people doing the similar kind of content that you happen to be doing as well. What does that mean? It means that, look, we're in the YouTube business. We're trying to help you grow your YouTube channel. We know there's lots of amazing content creators out there that are doing the same kind of thing. So we want to keep an eye on what they're doing. We don't want to copy what they're doing, but what you want to do is you want to keep an eye and you want to say, well, what are their thumbnails like? Are they still got people in there? How much text are they using in their thumbnails? What is their titles like? Are they long? Are they short? How many views per hour are they getting on videos? You see that VPH? Important. How many views per hour are they getting on that video? You might look up to a competitor, someone that you want to be like, and you might see these amazing videos with 10,000, 20,000, 100,000, a million views on those videos. Well, when you run them through this, maybe those videos are not working so well today. So why would you spend all your time and energy trying to be like them where those videos are not working today anyway? Not that you ever want to be like another channel, run your own race. So I'm looking at this, I want to understand. I'm all in the research. Before I pick up my camera, I want to know what's going on. Okay, that's weird. The icon seems to be, this is using an emoji at the beginning of the title. Okay, that's interesting because I don't like to put anything at the beginning of the title that's going to give YouTube a bit of a hard time to understand it. Okay, so I've got to keep my eye on Creators Insider. They obviously know what they're doing, so we'll keep an eye on that. I want to understand everything else. Okay, now that's how we use competitors. You can sort it by 48 hours, this week, this month, all time. But I always like to sort it by views per hour, VPH. You can, of course, sort it by views or the date that is uploaded. Depending on your package that you have with vidIQ, you can either load as many of these competitors as possible. I like to have a whole bunch from big YouTubers to small YouTubers and everybody in between so we get a nice overall feel of, hey, what's cooking in the world now? Another cool thing with competitors is riding those trends. If I see that all these people are starting to make videos about how to rock the middle of the year in 2019 for YouTube, or how to make Valentine's Day the best ever. As soon as I start seeing those trends coming up in my world that I live in, I have a look at that and I see one person, two people, I know that this trend I've got to get on. I can no longer wait until when I thought I was going to wait before I publish a video to do with that title. I'm going to understand what they're doing. I'm seeing this trend coming, and boy, am I going to ride that trend right at the beginning like everybody else is. No point in jumping on that train when it's breaking and it's kind of coming home already. You want to get it right at the beginning on that up curve. So competitors are very, very important to keep our eyes on. So hopefully that was explained. Throat. Next thing I want to look at is something called trend alerts. So going back to the idea of trends, you know, with YouTube, it's all about trends. It's all about challenges. It's all about understanding what's trending, understanding what's hot, and being able to create related content around it. The problem is most of us get onto those trends so late in the game, we might get the leftovers as opposed to the beginning stuff, as opposed to when it's really getting cooking. So we've got a tool called Trend Alerts. So this is a user-friendly name. My touch typing skills are amazing. Now I'm going to put in my keywords. What trend am I trying to keep my eye on? I'm going to put in a big keyword like Fortnite. And I'm going to say, forget the categories. I want to see it anywhere across the YouTube. As soon as the word Fortnite comes in, I want to know about it. And I'm looking at my VPH again. I want to know any video that's got more than 500 views per hour. Let me know. Send me an email every day, every 2 days, each week, each month, and you'll get a report that looks like this. Now I know what is trending. I know which videos are starting to pick up steam because I can do another report, another keyword, which maybe is 1,000 views per hour. So as soon as something goes from 100 to 500 to 1,000 views per hour, I know that is the upswing. And as soon as I see that happening, I'm going to jump in onto that trend. I want to understand that trend. Does it fit within my niche? Yes, it does. Therefore, I'm going to go and create my video accordingly. Great tool, very underutilized. But if you can master understanding trends right early on, wow, that is going to be revolutionize your YouTube game altogether. It works for every industry. Well, so far for every industry, whether you're creating how to, whether you're doing entertainment, whether you're doing kid stuff, whatever your vertical is, whatever your niche is, as soon as you start using these trend alerts and you're starting to understand competitors, trend alerts, you can really jump on these things really, really nice and early on. So, as we move on to our next tool, see, lots of tools at vidIQ. We've got spoke about competitors, trend alerts, now most viewed. Before I click on most viewed, I always like to give a little disclaimer. Most viewed is everything that's weird and wonderful about YouTube that's happening right now. I have no idea what will happen when we click on it, so hopefully it's all fine. So, most viewed, let's click on that. And this is everything that is right now that's going on YouTube sorted by views per hour, VPH. This video is getting 665,000 views per hour. It's already got 38.5 million views, this particular video. It's crazy stuff. YouTube, lots of kids. If you're in the kids niche, this is where you should live. You'll see exactly what's trending. Look how many kids stuff are right at the top. And of course, I sort this out by 48 hours, by views per hour, but you can change it to any date range. You can also research this. You can use this as your research term. What are the search terms you want to use? What are the categories? What are the countries? But here's the very, very cool trick. Go right down to the bottom. I ignore this thing. Go right to the bottom and I see channel subs. Now, this is where it gets interesting. I'm going to say, well, don't show me a channel with 39 million subscribers. Of course, they're going to get lots of views. Show me channel between 10,000 and 100,000, or whatever your area that's kind of closely surrounding your subscriber count. Now this is becoming much more realistic for me, and I look at this and I say, okay, what's trending? I see lots of kid stuff as usual. That's always going to trend. Some music things, GTA, okay, Spider-Man jump fails, fine. Again, more music. I'm trying to understand this. I'm trying to understand this world. Sometimes, as I say, dodgy stuff. But what am I looking for? I am looking to see, look, this video, I don't know, let's pick one. Let's just say I'm in the kids game. Or let's just say I'm a parenting channel or a family vlogging channel. I'm going to see the, look, Disney Car 3, Toys for Kids, Learn Car 3, Name Collection, Baby Shark, Nursery Rhyme. They've just used every keyword under the sun to try get this, but it's working. 30,000 views per hour. Yeah, 30.2 thousand views per hour on this video. So what am I going to do? If I have a channel to do with this industry or something related, maybe I'm in the car game. Maybe I've got a channel talking about the motoring industry, motoring world, racing cars, or how to restore restore cars. I might say, okay, Disney Car 3 Toys for Kids, that's a cool title. Could I make a video and use some of those keywords? Not the exact phrases, don't go and copy and paste what they've done. But you can try and pick up a lot of these key phrases from them, and maybe I could make a video called the latest Porsche, this should have been in the Disney Car 3, this is not for kids. I don't know, something like that. So you're going to try pick all those trending words from this video right here, and you're going to say to YouTube, hey YouTube, I know people like to watch more than one video about this topic. My video is sort of similar. Don't you want to link us together? Maybe you can use this as a way to leverage some of their amazing opportunities of those eyeballs that they're getting and try to get your videos to try pair up as closely as possible to them. Again, don't go and copy this. Don't go and copy them exactly and go, well, I wonder why this is not working. YouTube's smarter than that. It knows who uploaded what when. You're trying to not trick YouTube. You're just trying to say to YouTube, hey, I'm in the same game. Hey, I've got similar kind of content. Send me those eyeballs because people are going to be looking. So that is a very, very cool. This is such a powerful tool. And especially, so you can sort it by views per hour. Love that. And you can sort it by channel sizes. Now, it's not going to fit everyone all the time. Have a play with this. Bring it down to your level. Go much broader, much narrower, and see what works for you, because your audience is probably going to be very similar to a lot of these audiences that are out there. So a very, very cool tool. So competitors, keep an eye on what everyone else is doing within your niche. trend alerts. Ride those trends really early on, understand those key phrases, see if you can get ahead of the curve. Most viewed, what's going on YouTube? YouTube's weird. We know that. We love it. That's why we care. What's working for everybody else? Can that work for us as well? Let's go and check that out. Now, channel audit. This is, we've done the hardware. We've done their discoverability. We have launched our video. We've tagged it correctly. We've ridden those trends. The question is it working or not? And this is where channel audit comes into play because it allows us to see what is working on our own channel and what isn't working on our own channel. Now, this is a live stream. This is the March the 13th. Here is the problem. YouTube is currently having a hiccup and it's not sending the data correctly. If you can read, last night they were going through some issues, this morning. So what's happening when we go into channel audit? They're not able to give us that information that we have all the time. Let me go through it and show you what we can see. And as soon as YouTube fixes that little issue, well, this will just simply pop back in again. So disclaimer applies. Let's see what happens now. So let's start at the top. The first thing I want to see is my channel months over month. How am I doing now compared to how did I do last month? And it's important to keep an eye on making sure things are still on the up and up. Now, content to double down on. Typically, there'll be additional columns in here. This is the part that's missing. It's the part that YouTube's not sending us at the moment. YouTube. The part that you want to see is the content to double down on. What is working on our own channel? What's doing really, really well? What is my audience loving? And it will show you this. It will break it down into most viewed, which videos have given me subscribers. And remember that VPH, views per hour? You're going to get the views per hour on your own channel. Would love to show you to this. Unfortunately, YouTube is just not cooperating at this time. But it's there. If you've got your vidIQ plugin, click on that channel audit and you'll see it will come up when YouTube fixes their little nonsense they've got going on at the moment. But look at your VPH. Look at what's happening on your channel right now. See which is working. You might think that your audience wants a certain direction, and you might be making chocolate cakes and chocolate cake, and people really don't care about your chocolate cake, but they love when you make, I don't know, chicken or steak or barbecue, whatever the food is. People might not like your kids' entertainment stuff that you're doing, but when you do your sing-alongs, absolutely love it. So your VPH will show that. Your subscriber count will show that. The videos that's giving you subscribers are all under content to double down on. Unfortunately, I just cannot show it to you right now. Top search term, another gold. This is really cool. It's what are the key search terms that have worked on your channel? What do people look for to get to your channels to understand what's going on here? And when I look at my card click rates, what's working? If I look at here and I see polls, how far outweighing everything else? Well, guess what? People love to vote on polls, apparently. I'm going to create more polls. The more engagement that I have with my audience, the better the signal is to YouTube to say this is a wholesome channel, and then YouTube sends me lots of loves and starts promoting my content. So use this click rates, this card click rates to understand what kind of content people are engaging with, to understand what's working for you. What is your audience telling you? Go and understand, unpack that. Content that could use work, not enough data to retrieve the matrix. This is the stuff that I was talking about. YouTube is just not sending it at the moment, so we're just kind of in a little bit of a holding pattern. But again, the same thing, content that could use work. Just like the previous above there, which is the stuff that's working, this is the stuff that isn't working. Well, why not? Let's go and understand it. When this data does come up in your own algorithm there, in your own extension, you'll be able to see the content that your audience didn't like. Maybe they didn't watch it for too long. Maybe they watched and they left. Maybe they disliked certain things. Go and unpack that. Why? Was it just bad timing? Was it a bad video? Was the quality not so great? Was the audio out? Was the light not so good? What was the problem with that video that people didn't like? Maybe people just don't like it. And that's cool too. Now you know. And now you can make a decision on your channel. Say, hey, I don't care what my audience wants. I love making this content and I'm going to carry on doing it. Perfect. Very acceptable. Or you can say, you know what, I'm going to listen to my audience because I want to grow my channel and start moving your content away from what they don't like, more to the content that you need to double down on, the content above here. That is how you grow your YouTube channel. Going further down, metrics over 30 days, what's going on with my channel, and then items to improve on. if anything doesn't have an end screen, doesn't have a custom thumbnail, isn't added to your playlist, this will show you that. You simply click on it, and then you can go and edit that video and make sure that you add those to the relevant things. So channel audit is so powerful. We've done the discoverability. Are you delivering? That is absolutely golden to understand that. Once you understand what your audience wants, make more of those videos. Pretty simple, right? Anyone can do it. Okay, final thing I want to show you is achievements. Let's see if the YouTube is sending us this information today as well. I think this one should be fine. One sip of water. So achievement, we love these achievements. Achievements are great. Achievements are all about how well you are doing. So, when you've done well, and well is relative to you. You could make a YouTube as a hobby and you can have 100 subscribers and love every one of them. That's perfectly acceptable. Do not compare yourself with those channels that have got millions and millions and millions of subscribers. You're just not in the same game, nor do you want to be. So as soon as you understand that you're running your own race and it's all about you, it's all about improving and getting 1% better than previous, 1% better than your previous video, getting those little details homed in, you're just going to get better and better and better. And when you do that, you start getting these achievements. Look, we're 13 days away from 4,000 comments. Sorry, this is on my channel. I just hit 4 million views on my channel. I'm on track to hit these numbers here. This is by the 22nd of the 4th. I should hit 4.5. I've hit 12,500 subscribers on my channel. I'm really kind of going for those 15,000 subscribers mark as well. So again, once I hit a certain landmark, I want to be proud of that. I want to share this with the world. So therefore, beautiful certificate, ready to go. Press on these buttons, and now anybody can see that, hey, I'm proud of my 12,500 subscribers on my channel, and I want to share that. So I run a lot of experiments on my channel. I want to share when they're successful, and this is a great opportunity to be able to go ahead and do that. So go look at your achievement and proudly share them. Do not compare yourself to anybody else. It also keeps you motivated. It knows, hey, I've got to get those 25,000 likes. I'm going to get 3,000 comments. I'm going to get 175,000 hours, whatever it is, 175 minutes, I love the statistics, 10.5 million hours, million minutes have been watched on my channel. That is mind-blowing for me. I love this. It just really motivates me to go and make that next video. And then I scroll further down and then I look at my top performing months. Where did I do the best? Why am I falling behind? Where am I compared to where I was during that time frame? Go ahead and do that. This is a great motivational tool for yourself to make sure that you're keeping your eye on the target and you're really going out there and nailing those landmarks as well. So let's do this, and hopefully that will work, and hopefully that's fine. So I just want to kind of quickly recount a couple of little things. So firstly, the research. Remember, YouTube is made up of 3 Ds. Discoverability. It's up to you to deliver that content so that your audience can distribute that. Please, 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 if you're going to make one mindset change today, it has to be about research. It has to be about understanding that when you go out there, you're going to go and research really, really down to the nth level before you pick up that camera. Go ahead and write 10 different titles for that one video. Research them all to see which is going to give you the best chance of being ranked. That is such a critical part of YouTube, yet we all go to the kitchen, we all take a whole bunch of ingredients, mix them up in a bowl, and then we act surprised when chocolate cake didn't come out. As soon as you do this method, the one I've showed you here, it's going to change your world. It will change your game. Research yourself, research the competitors, keep an eye on what they're doing, ride those trends. Go set yourself up a whole bunch of trend alerts so that you're really empowered to take it to understand, oh, this is trending. Let's get onto that. Let's make that video today instead of waiting for 2-3 weeks when you wanted to make the video, if at all. If you see something trending, jump on that immediately. You've seen the research tools. You've seen the keywords. Look at the historical. Don't just look today for today. Is this a tentpole event? Will this roll around next year? Maybe I'm going to make a video that's such a good title that next year all I got to do, change it from 2019 to 2020 and then ride those trends for next year. Now you're so early on, it's still relevant, it's still going to work. Remember, views per hour, VPH. Look at other competitors, look at their channels. Don't get excited by the total number of views. I get excited about what's working now. What's the views per hour right now? What's going to rank right now? Therefore, in all likelihood, if I make a similar kind of content and it's just as good, if not better, my audience will see it. They'll watch it because it's relevant right now. The Galaxy S10 has just came out at the time of making this. Um, Therefore, it's a hot trend now. In 5 years' time, probably not. So today, I'm going to ride those trends. And I know those trends because I went into my trend alert on my tech channel and I said, hey, when the S10 comes out, when it starts becoming a hot trend from 100 views to 500 views per hour, let me know. And as soon as I got those mails, wow, I was all over that. And I've made a whole bunch of videos. Some of them are in the hundreds and thousands of views now. So it actually does work. We preach it because we do it ourselves. And that's why we know that you can do it as well. It doesn't matter what your channel size is. It's just about the certain methodology. So trend alerts, competitors, most viewed, keep an eye on what's going on in the world of YouTube. Don't take it too hard, don't take it too seriously, but can you piggyback on some of those global big keywords? Maybe, maybe not. It doesn't work all the time. Channel audit is gold for understanding what you are delivering to your audience. Are they responding? The stuff that they're responding to, do more of it. The stuff that they're not, just simply do less of it or adapt it, change it, make sure that it is still trending. Look at those keywords in your own channel. Look at what's getting you engagement, what's getting you watch time, because that is what YouTube wants. Watch time, watch time, watch time. The more you keep people on your channel, the more they're watching, the more they're loving your content, the more YouTube is going to distribute your content because they're going to say, well, if these people are loving it, similar people with similar habits, they might love it too. Let me go and try it and suggest those videos to other people as well. And then finally, your achievement, when you reach those milestones, go ahead and share. Tag us in there, tag it at vidIQ so we can share it for you. We can retweet you. We want to be sharing in your success as you're going through. Thank you for being part of vidIQ. Thank you for allowing us to help you get to that next level. Hopefully this was informative. Hopefully I've given you a whole bunch of tips and tricks so that you can understand what you're going to do with your world. And we look forward to seeing you out there on the YouTube. So enjoy the rest of your video making day, as Rob says. Cheers for now.